I confess, Father, I confess, 'cause I've been living wrong.
Ever since Land Rover showed the Evoque convertible concept at the 2012 Geneva Auto Show, it has been compared with one thing the ill-conceived, overwrought 2011-2014 Nissan Murano Cross Cabriolet. Given the Evoque's high-altitude seating for 4, all-wheel drive, true crossover stance, and the same questionable raison d'etre, exactly what is the point of a convertible crossover? Comparisons with the Nissan drop-top are understandable. But that doesn't destine the Evoque convertible now finally available, 5 full years after we first saw the concept, to the same fate. Indeed, after this test of the 2017 Evoque convertible, the convertible crossover idea is one that we think could catch on, if only as a niche within a niche, provided it's done right. We picked up the Evoque convertible during the Posh Monterey Car Week, where our long white HSE dynamic test car shuttled us from hotels to racetracks to grassy fairways covered in gleaming cars. This fancy cruisin' appears to be the sort of venue for which the Evoque convertible was conceived. The Monterey Peninsula's rustic, winding 2-lane roads and parade-pace speed limits allow motorists plenty of time to sightsee. With its high seating position and 360-degree side leans, the Evoque convertible provides unparalleled views for gawking at soaring redwood trees or a convoy of Ferrari Barchettas. The high perch and open top, however, also make occupants accessible to chatty passers-by, who seem to be either confused at the sight of a convertible SUV that's not a Jeep or thrilled to see the Evoque convertible on the street. Anecdotally, most folks we spoke with were impressed with the execution, even if they weren't universally on board with the idea. Clean, cohesive styling is arguably the Evoque convertible's greatest strength. Top up or down, the Evoque ragtop looks as dapper as the 2-door coupe variant. The raised top fabric stretches from windshield to liftgate, retaining the fixed roof Model S 2-box profile. At speeds up to 29 miles per hour, one console-mounted button in 13 seconds, or 18 seconds if you haven't already lowered the windows, are all it takes to banish the roof into a shallow well behind the rear seats, flush with the Evoque's signature rising shoulder line. Raising the roof takes 2 seconds longer. Nearly all of the standard Evoque's styling elements from the shoulder down were carried over. The list of discrete additions includes pyrotechnic roll bars behind the rear seats and windshield frame and structural stiffeners. Not much sport, even less utility. The only major packaging casualty involves the cargo area, or, more accurately, the near elimination of it. Despite Land Rover's efforts to minimize the top well's intrusion on cargo space, the trunk is undeniably small, 9 cubic feet. Barely enough for 2 standard carry-on suitcases. The space is accessed via an abbreviated liftgate that's as vertical as the cliffs of Yosemite and swings up awkwardly at chest level, making loading and unloading of items more like shoveling coal into a steam locomotive. For something ostensibly based on a utility vehicle, this one is laughably low on practicality. Its sport quotient is somewhat higher, although not by much. First, it has slew, which didn't really bother us during our leisurely jaunts around Monterey, but became quite frustrating on the 300-plus mile hustle back to Los Angeles to perform our instrumented tests. We didn't need our equipment to tell us the Evoque would make a poor showing. The unceasing turbo lag of the Evoque's 240 horsepower turbo 4-cylinder, the slurry 9-speed automatic transmission, and the massive 4,525-pound curb weight, 408 pounds more than the standard 4-door Evoque we tested in 2013 and 140 pounds more than our long-term BMW 7 Series, all had a hand in killing its acceleration, particularly during passing. The track test provided confirmation. A 0 to 60 mph run takes 8.1 seconds, 1.2 seconds longer than the 4-door. Our 5 to 60 mph rolling start figure of 9.3 seconds is perhaps more illustrative of the time turbo lag adds to a typical acceleration event. This all put some lead in our feet while we cajoled the beast up to speed. That, along with some haste making on the freeway to meet our testing schedule, explains our abysmal 15 mile per gallon observed fuel economy, far short of the APES. City, highway figures of 20/28ths of a mile per gallon, which are themselves down 1 mile per gallon compared with the fixed-roof version. Considering its tall ground clearance, off-road hardware, and 0.39 drag coefficient, the Evoque Convertible's directional stability, steering feel, and taut ride were impressive, always keeping us informed about what was happening beneath us. In that respect, it is comparable to an Audi A5 Cabriolet. Certainly, we were traveling at speeds we never would have attempted in the far-from-rigid Murano Cross Cab. The Evoque's well-sorted chassis also helped the soft-top edition circle the skid pad at 0.82 grams, down but 0.01 grams from our test of a standard model, and our track driver noted how secure it felt at its maximum cornering limit. So if it took a while to attain high velocities, the Evoque convertible was enjoyable once it got there. And when time came to simmer down, say, when the highway patrol was spotted in the distance, the brakes proved up to snuff, with strong stopping power and brilliant pedal feel. Despite the considerable weight gain, the ragtop has 70 mph to 0 braking distance of 176 feet was just 3 longer than the hard-roof model. And, yes, we kept the top down most of the time. The clarity of the Meridian speakers and the effectiveness of the Bluetooth microphone allowed us to have clear phone conversations even at 80 mph, with all windows up and the wind deflector in place. With the top up, cabin calmness approached that of closed vehicles, registering a quiet, for a soft top, 71 decibels at 70 mph.